Hi everyone, very good morning to all. Thank you for joining. So let us start our session. In our previous session, we have seen just RDBMS table to RDBMS table, and we have taken one flat file and we have loaded. So the flat file might be from any third-party vendor or from any SFTP server or drop zone or any different places. Okay. So we have to read the data from this particular file. It's a CSV file. After some time, we will see that JSON file or any other file later. Okay, JSON file, XML file. So different file system how to read that, we will take it later. But here we have the flat file. So from this flat file, we have taken the data through IICS. So this is what our IICS, and we have loaded into a table here. It's RDBMS table. So you may load this table, which is available in cloud system also. Say for an example, if AWS, we do have RDS instance, right? So RDS, relational data store. So in that we can have RDS is nothing but you can have the database table. So we can load the data into this table. So here we have loaded. Just we have taken the data from a flat file. Okay, so like a .csv file we have taken. I hope yesterday I have sent this particular document. You should have loaded the data. So while loading, make sure that three things. The first one is the file format. Okay, file name and file format. So file name is a case sensitive, and the name and file format, you should make sure that it's very correct. If it is a CSV file, make sure that it's a CSV mentioned. Okay, .csv. Then we have to take the data type. So data type is very, very important. So data type in the sense like the date, especially the date and the format. So format is very, very important. Date format, like which format we are going to send the data. So this one you have to take care. And the data length. So data length in the sense like a scale and precision, right? So you'll be having a precision and scale. So scale here is nothing but it is like you have the decimal point. So that we have to take care. Data type, data length, scale. So these three things you have to make sure that, and file path. So where you are keeping the file. Okay, so file path and everything. I have provided yesterday that CSV file. So make sure that we are loading that file. So delimiter. So which delimiter we are using? So delimiter is very, very important. Okay, so delimiter, yes, we have to make sure that these options while reading the data from a flat file to table. So this one, as of now, we have loaded into a RDBMS table, right? Oracle table, but in future, it might be there in AWS or GCP or anything. So only thing is the connection will vary. Okay, so only thing is the connection will vary. So other than that, everything is same. So here we are bringing the IICS. Okay, so here we are bringing the IICS. So make sure that this one, and also whenever you are starting your IICS, so don't do anything. Just you start your machine and then log into this data integration. You check whether this runtime environment is up and running. If it is not up and running, go here and check. So sometimes what will happen, right? This administrator page, as I told yesterday or the previous day, like it might be running for long and the data integration services is not up and running. Okay, this services is not up and running. It's running for long time. So it's due to, if it is running, it is not up and running. Go to C drive, go to program files and check this Informatica Cloud Secured Agent. Okay, so you will be having this apps, go inside the apps. You can see here we have the data integration server. So you should have only one data integration server and only the version of the data integration server here. So if you have more servers, then Informatica here, the server will get confused which one I have to take. So normally what you can do, you can delete this folder, completely delete this folder. Okay, so delete this folder and one more time start the Informatica secured agent. Go to this desktop, double click on this, it will be opened, it will be showing that it's running. So or go to services.msc. So here you check whether this Informatica cloud secured agent is up and running. Okay, so make sure that it's up and running. If it is not running, just restart it. Then if you're restarting it, since you have deleted this folder, so automatically it will create. Okay, so go here, just to refresh this page. So here this data integration server will automatically create one particular folder here. And if you double click, it will have this version of the folder. And this is what you are seeing that. And you can able to see that after some 5 to 10 minutes, it will up and running. So if you have any antivirus software like McAfee or anything, so it will automatically run in the backend and it will try to remove some exe files from the data integration service, like same like in our Informatica Power Center, right? So it will remove that exe file. Because of that, it may not run. Okay, so it may not running. So you have to do disable for some time and then try running it. So that's what the workaround you have to do. Okay, so one more time, you completely remove this folder, completely remove this Informatica Cloud Secure Agent folder. So go here and go to this administrator page, right? So go to this runtime environment, then download the secure agent one more time. So copy that the token, and then one more time you install it. Wait for some time, it will get triggered. So this is the workaround you have to do. Okay, if you are facing any issues on the connections, so make sure that you are giving the connections very appropriately. So go here, you check the SQL developer. If SQL developer, if it is connecting properly, then definitely the IICS also should connect. Okay, so this is what the workaround. Yeah. Yeah, yes. Please go ahead. What is your doubt? Yeah, do you have any doubts?
Sir, I forgot.
Okay, no issues. Okay, so now we will go to the other concepts. Okay, so here we have it's up and running. Yesterday we have taken the file from, so you can keep the file from here, source file. So anywhere you can keep it. You can take the folder and you have to give. So this folder, if you see here, so this is having the comma separated value file. So this is comma separated value file. If you see here, so this one is comma separated value file. Each and every field is comma separated, and we have the date format here. So date format, as I told yesterday, so they have given some predefined date format. We should have this date format. Otherwise, you have to read the data like a string. After that, you have to change it. Okay. So here we have taken, say for an example, in the data itself, you have comma, then what will happen? It will fail, right? So this will taken as first name, this will taken as second, the last name. Our Informatica will fail, right? So if I'm going to execute yesterday's mapping, it will fail now. Since we have the comma, then it will fail. You can see. So I'll go to this folder, yesterday's folder. So here we have the mapping, right? Source flat file. So go to this, run this. It will fail now. Since it has comma, it will fail. You will get warning message here. So it will fail now, right? So you'll be seeing that 6 record alone has been loaded. So you can see if you have mentioned like the stop on errors. Okay, so we have session. In the session we will mention the stop on error. If you have created a mapping task, then definitely it will fail. It will not run. See here, the same way how Informatica will have, right? So one error happened. Its status is warning not succeeded. And you can see here file reader row one field higher date. So in the higher date field, we are getting that invalid date. So higher date field, we need to get the date only. But instead of higher date, we are getting the phone number, right? We are getting the phone number here. That's what the row has been skipped here. It's a file reader. While reading the file, it is getting failed. Why? Because one column is making this way. So to manage this error, to overcome this error, we can go with two different way. One is you can put the double quotes. So you can put the double quotes. You can ask your source team, okay, if you have anything like the delimiter itself, it's coming in the data. So make sure that, so each and every column is the character column. You can get it like double quotes. Not only one data, so we can ask them to put all the data with the double quotes. So if you are making the double quotes, now if you are go and run, okay. Sorry, if you see here, I think we have removed the double quotes, right? Still we are getting the error. So while making this source connection, right? This connection, I think. So this is the one you have date format. And yeah, this is the format actually we have mentioned. 1 minute. We'll check why it is not reading the data. Go to the data integration server. Yeah, we will mention that double quotes. Actually, it doesn't have the double quotes. Here we are taking. And if you take here, we'll run this one. It should process the data. So even if it's not processing, yeah, still we have that one data is coming right hand side. So what we will do, instead of this comma, so if you have comma separated value file, so instead of this comma, so we'll go for different delimiters. Okay, say for an example, you can go for different delimiters. It's very simple only. So instead of comma, we can mention that different delimiters. Okay, so you can take that the tilde symbol, you can take hash, and then you can take dollar. These three symbols. This is called multiple delimiters, right? So normally you'll call multiple delimiters. So you can replace. Okay, so wherever you are finding, so you can replace. And here I'll be just removing this. And instead of this, I will go for comma. So normally if I have comma, so if you make double quotes, it should read. I think it's not updated. Okay. Yes, we have that option. Yeah. We have the test qualifier option. So it should take, see here, I will show you. So while defining the source, we have to define. 1 minute, I'll show you. So just I have taken the different delimiters now. Go to source here. So go to source field here, source. And here you have to define the formatting options. So here you should have mentioned that double quotes actually says text qualifier. Okay. So here we are going to make the other delimiters, whatever the delimiters we have mentioned. It's the tilde symbol and at symbol, hash symbol, right? So this is what just we can mention here. No need to mention that multiple delimiters like Informatica. No need to mention. Since the data itself, we are the delimiter. Since the data itself, we are the delimiter. We asked our source team, okay, so go for some other delimiters. This is called multiple delimiters. Okay, this is called multiple delimiters. Now the comma is not delimiter one, so it should process now. Okay, so you can go here. So why it is invalid? Okay, 1 minute. So what is that? Get tilde, hash, and dollar symbol. Yeah, we have to mention proper delimiters. Save. It should be valid. Then run it. It should process now. Yeah, correct. So it should process now. So 107 record loaded. So you can see here. Okay, there is an error in the port higher date, the default value for the port error. Okay, still we are having some error. It's transformation error. TT means it's a transformation error. Yeah, we will check it. So in this case, you can go here and you can preview the data. So here you can preview the data. So just we are taking the target. For the target field mapping. Yes, we have all this right. field. So higher date. Okay. Since we have taken that one, everything has been changed now. String. We have to define one more time. So we'll take, so this one, go to edit metadata. This is number, 4-digit string. You can change it. Okay. So 30 characters. So change one by one. Email. So if you need, you can give more characters also. So 30 characters, higher date should be date and time. So it will automatically take that precision and go to job ID. Job ID will be string. Salary will be number. Then commission percentage. It should be a number and it should be a 10,2. So for commission percentage, we have the decimal point to make sure that decimal point we are making. And here we have to make 4. So here we have to make some 4. Okay. Then save this. Yeah, it's while developing. Yeah, we have to make sure that every date and time we are these things we are giving correctly. We have to make sure. Okay, if you are changing the source definition, yes, we have to give all this. So it's valid now. Run. So it will be running now. So you can see it should load now. Okay, since I have changed that, right? Okay, so we have this job is success. So 107 record loaded. So if you go and check here, select star from T underscore employees in this table. So definitely it will have the comma now. So we have loaded truncate and load, right? We can see the comma. So comma we have in the data itself. So that's why it got loaded. So even if you have double quotes, right? Last time we haven't mentioned that double quotes. See here, I'm just making this into comma one more time. Replace all. Then here I'm putting the double quotes. So where we have to mention the double quotes, right? While defining the source. See here, last time we didn't do, right? So here, if you go to the source, formatting options. So we have to make delimited file. It's a comma delimited file, but we have to make double quotes here. So text qualifier, you have to make double quotes. First data to, then it is redefining it. See here, it has changed now. So one more time you have to change it. So go to edit metadata. Yeah, like some functionalities in Power Center, it will be very good. But here it's very, they are upgrading it. So many functionalities, they are upgrading it. They will do. So I'm not using this one. I will go here. I'll make date and time here. So it will automatically take. So this salary port, number data type, commission percentage, number, and this one is number, and this one also number. Yeah, this one 4. Salary, you can make 10-digit. Here you can make commission 10,2. Then this number also you can make it like 4-digit. Okay, so this is what you can save. Now it should load the data. If you see here, I will truncate the table. Yeah, every time you have to do. So whenever you are changing your source format. Okay, so once you have deployed the code, then after that you cannot change it. So as of now, no data. So I'm going to do it. Yeah, if you have any questions, yeah, wait for some time. I will make you raise your hands. I will make yourself to ask your questions. Then you can ask the questions. Okay. Yeah. So here, just I'm going to run it. Then run. You can find. So now it should load the data. Yeah, if anyone has any doubt, so please raise hands. I will make to unmute yourself. Okay. So to avoid the background noise, I have muted everyone. So if you have multiple records, yeah, that's why we have to tell our source team that it has loaded now. So you can see here, it should load it now. Normally in real-time project, we will not have access to change this file, right? So it's a source file. We will not have access to change this file. Normally they will place the file. It's a predefined design. So we have to inform them, okay, so always if any character column is coming from the source, if delimiter is coming inside the data, ask them to put double quotes. So we can define the double quotes in our source. Then we will not miss the data, right? So we will assign, we will inform them. Otherwise, we will inform them, okay, instead of this comma separated value file, you go for other delimiters, right? That's why we will inform them. We will not do manually. We will not do any manual changes in the source. Or if the source is coming with some data, we cannot able to change that file. Okay, sometimes we will have access to this file. So we will remove that particular data, we'll process it. Otherwise, we'll make that stop on error equal to 0. We will process it. Other way, we have to inform the source team that, okay, because of the some error, it has been errored out. We have removed that particular data, we have processed it, and we will inform them source team. Okay, so make sure that you are not sending the incorrect data file. So once deployed, we cannot change. Once deployed this code into production server, right? It will be running automatically, scheduled process. So daily basis, it will be running. So they will place the file in SFTP and our Informatica, we will schedule like a 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. It will check for the file and then it will process it. If it is coming with some incorrect data, our process will fail. So we have to inform them. Okay, so because of this, we are getting the data. Clear? Yeah. If you have any questions, you can ask me now.
Sir, in your system, it's showing a .csv file, right? I did import from SQL with a CSV file format only, but in my folder, it's not showing CSV. It's saying file type is a file.
Okay, so you can put extension .csv. That's all.
Where?
While saving this file, right? Well, if you are seeing .csv, then enter it. It will create like .csv file.
Yeah, then it's saving as a file .csv. Name itself is saying .csv. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No issues. Or while saving this, you see, take this file. Okay, if you want to save this file as CSV, take this file, go to this file, save as. Okay, go to the save as and make this all files. This one .csv, like this you have to make. So it will be now saved as CSV file here. See, so this is text file, this is CSV file. I have saved as, right? So this way you can do.
Okay. Okay. And second question is, you said to do at least 5 mappings, right? The file to the Not all the tables have like a date format. Only employees table have a date.
Yeah, correct. Other files are very easy only. So you can do one-to-one load.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
in Informatica Power Center, Informatica label, you can do the primary key, not null value. You can do that. But here in IICS, how we can handle that one?
Yeah, it will automatically deduct that. Yeah, it will automatically, it will automatically deduct. I will show you. Okay, in the source, I will show you. While taking the source mapping, right? I will tell you where to check all this.
Okay.
Yeah. So here, in when compared to Power Center, they are changing a lot of things. Okay, so previously we do not have this much options. So keep on, they are upgrading it, new versions. So like if you see August 2022 release and September 2022 release, they have added a lot of new connectors and new functions here. Then they will keep on add some features. It is not available here in IICS. So they are going to keep on add.
Okay, so now it is not there for the not null value primary now.
Yeah, we have. I will show you that while taking the source qualifier, right? That concept I will show you.
Okay.
Okay, so this is flat file. Just we can take the flat file. Say for an example, your customer is placing. So in Power Center, we have indirect file loading, right? So indirect file loading, they will keep the file. Like we have multiple files we have. So if you go to this file, so we should have some different files here. For an example, we have these 5 files. Okay, these 5 files are available. We have to read data from these files. So you assume that your customer is placing. So this is for all of you, I'm telling. Your customer is placing instead of one single file, they are placing 5 files. Okay, this is normally we will call it as in Informatica Power Center, we will call it as indirect file loading. So 5 source team are there, or the same source team. Today they are sending 5 files. Tomorrow they are sending 6 files. Day after tomorrow they are sending 3 files. We have to read. But the thing is, all the file structures are same. Okay. So today we have 3 HR. They are placing. So employees 1.csv. One HR is placing file name called employees 1.csv. Okay. Another HR is placing employee 2.csv. This file employee 2.csv. Another HR is placing the 3.csv. Okay, but all the 3 files are same structure, but data are different. This HR from different location, they are placing the file with the different data, different employees data, different employees data, different employees data. Say for an example, here 100 employees are there. So here some 250 employees are there. Today some 250 employees. Then here we have 150 employees. But all the files are same structure file. So if I have that same structure file, so at a time, how can I load it into a target table? So this concept in Power Center, we will call it as indirect file loading, right? So here we have one file. So we will take this and then we will load the data, right? So here we have the T underscore employees table or any table you can have. So this table we have to load it into this table. So we can take T underscore employees table. This table we have to load it. So today they are placing 3 files with the same structure. Tomorrow they are placing 5 files, 6 files others. So we have to load all the data. So at a time. So normally if you are going this approach, we have to create a 3 mapping. So one mapping for this one, second mapping for this one, second mapping. No need to go for 3 mappings. We can do it in single mapping. With one file structure, you create a file list here. Okay, so we create a file list here. So this is some file list, something like config.csv. So you can mention that config.txt. So in this config, we will mention this file name. Okay, so emp1.csv. Okay, employees 1.csv, employees 2.csv, employees 3.csv. This is called file list concept in IICS. Same concept where we are having in Informatica Power Center, right? So we have the same thing. See, 3 files are there. We will create a config file. So I will create one config file or master file, anything. Okay. So I can have the config file. Just I'm creating one config file. So inside the file, all these files are CSV files. But the thing is, all the files are same structure, same structured file. So we can take here. So with the file extension, we have to load. So 1.csv. How many files are there? So 5 files. So mention that all the 5 files. So 2.csv, 3.csv, 4.csv, 5.csv. Then save this. So indirectly, we are going to tell Informatica that this is the source file. So Informatica will open this file. It will see that, okay, how many files are mentioned for today. So it will start reading the data from this file now. Okay. If you are keeping the file in different location, so mention that fully qualified file here, file path here. Okay. So double click, all the files are same structure, right? This is the delimiter we have. Okay. So all the file structures are same file structure. We will take one file structure. We will do one mapping. So this concept, we will call it as the file listing. Okay. So I will create a new mapping here. So go to this folder, just create a new mapping, go to new mapping, create. And here you can make sure that, so I'm just go to the source, open this source here, just click on this source flat file. Yes, this is the one, right? Single object. So instead of single object, you have to mention that file list. So file list here. Okay. So previously we have mentioned like single object. Now we will mention that file list. So command and parameter, I'll tell you. Parameter is nothing but, so we are this file list and everything, we are parameterizing it. That I will take sometime later. So we have the file list. So mention the file list, just to select this file, the config file, right? We have selected. So if you select this file, automatically it will select the preview data. So you can go to format data, can go for other delimiters. So we can mention that delimiters, whatever we have. Okay. So this is the delimiter, right? So we can copy this delimiter and we can mention here. Other delimiters we can mention here and you can click on OK. You can preview the data if you want. So now it has taken it. This is a file list. You can go to the field. Yes, here also you have to define the field. So one file structure, we have to mention the field. All the file structures are same only. So number. So this is one time activity, while developing we will do it. So just I'm mentioning this date and time format. Okay, so we'll check the date and time format here. Same. This is MMDD4Y, right? Different one, different format. MMDD. So it may fail now. So why? Because we have to use whatever we have used MMDD, right? So that file we have to mention. Now we have to change that format. We will change it. Salary number, like it's a 10 digit. Commission percentage number is 10,2. There should be a number. So 4. It's also number 4. So you can mention this all the format. Okay. So all the format we have mentioned. Then go to target. So we can choose the target now. So go here and make sure that, so if I'm going to run now, it will fail. I'll tell you why it is failing. So how to troubleshoot it. See here, T_employees. Go to field mapping. So go to field mapping. smart map. You can see it. Okay, data type in higher date is not changed. Yeah, correct. Thanks. Date and time. Okay, so this is the one, and we can make it save. If I'm going to run this, it will fail. Why? Because here, see the date and time format in this file. If you open this, you can see the date and time format, right? So what is the format you are seeing? It's a mmdd-yy, right? So where we have defined in the source connection, we have defined, right? So here in the source, if you see this view, this is the source connection, right? So you can see this ddmmyy we have defined. Actually, we have to edit it. We go here, we will edit with mm-ddyy, otherwise it will fail. Okay, make sure that, so this source connection we have created for previous one. Just run it. It should load all the 5 files now. Yeah, you can change this one in the direct connections, or you can go to the connection, you can change it. See here, 535 record has been processed, right? See 535. So one single file, we have 107 record. So 5 files, we have 5 into 107. We have 535 record has been processed. Okay. And in future, tomorrow, if you have this config file, tomorrow you have only 3 files. So you can update this file. So normally we will have some script file. Script is running before this mapping. This script file will check how many files are there here. It will create this config file in the runtime. Okay. Based on this config file. So just now I have manually did it, right? I have deleted the file. But in future, if you are mentioning that, okay, how many files are there? So that's what it will, you can able to see 3 into 107. So 321 record, it should load now. Okay, so you can see here 321 record alone, it has loaded. So this is what indirect file loading you can do. So this indirect file loading, we will normally do it in our Informatica, right? Same way. So you may ask question, how can I do this config file? So for this config file, you have to go for some script file. So script, you have to do it before this task, and the script file will check how many files are there in this particular path, and then runtime it will create. Based on this config file, it will run. So we'll have some cutoff time. Okay, 8 a.m. We'll check how many files are there. We'll create this file based on some Unix script. Then it will do it. Okay, that script and all, I will tell you how to run it after some time. Yeah. Yes. Do you have any doubt?
You have mentioned that metadata, right?
Yeah, correct. These are all metadata.
No, while inserting the source information.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Okay.
Since I'm new, so I'm just comparing with the pass enter with this IICS. So that's what you have mentioned, some name, meta format, something.
No. In Power Center, we have the option called indirect file loading. In the session,
yes.
in the session level, we will mention that indirect file. Then file path, we will mention that, right? So one file structure. But here we are having the file list concept.
Yes, file list.
Okay. So in Informatica Power Center, we have indirect file loading, but in IICS, we have file list. Okay. So if you want to backtrack it, if you want to debug it, normally in IICS, you have to go to the preview. So here we do not have any debugger as of now. So only thing is the preview is there. So you can run the preview. Okay, someone asked how to debug it. If you have many mappings or many sessions, right? Many mapping session, inside the mapping, we have multiple transformations. We have to check each and every transformations, how many data are processing, how the data is processing. Normally we'll go for in development environment, Power Center will have the debugger. So, but here we will use this run preview. You can execute this run preview. It will show you the data. So it will preview each and every transformations. It will show you the data here. You have to preview the data. You have to backtrack it this way. So this is what we will do the backtracking process in our IICS. Okay. So remember this one. So this is indirect file loading concept. So I will go to the other concept called the next one. I will go to the fixed width file. Say for an example, your customer is saying that, okay, in the comma separator value file, I'm getting some error. So I will go for as of now in IICS, if I want to take, so we have one workflow is there in our Informatica Power Center. Inside the workflow, say for an example, this is one workflow we have. So one workflow dim underscore product. Okay, if you have this particular workflow, it has start button, right? So it has start button and it will have the session here. So as of now, the IICS, which has the capability to convert this workflow into IICS Power Center task. Okay, we have the Power Center task. So it will convert, but we should have only one session inside. If you have many sessions, it doesn't have capability as of now. Maybe in future they will be converting it. So this is called Power Center task. Yesterday I have explained, right? So if you have the workflow in Informatica, if you want to take that workflow and convert this into IICS workflow, you have to import it. XML file you have to export from the Power Center, and this XML file you have to import here. Okay, so import it into a Power Center task. So this will be converted into Power Center, this IICS task. Now it will run. So as of now, they have given the flexibility only with one session. Okay, so we do have a third-party utilities. So in real-time project, so that utilities will convert if you have many sessions, right? It will convert a single task and then it will create the Power Center task. As of now, that's what we will do. But in future, the IICS itself, they will include this concept. We'll expect. So why? Because most of the companies are doing migration, right? So that's why. Okay. So here we will go to the fixed width file. So if you have this fixed width file, so I will take the data, the fixed width file. So I'll go to IICS. Sorry. I'll go to IICS. Here we have the source file. So here I have the fixed width file. So you assume that I have the fixed width file. So what is fixed width file? Each and every column. Okay, so this is one of the fixed width file. I'll take here. So this is one of the fixed width file. So if you open this file, you can see this is the data. So what is fixed width file? Each and every field, okay, the data is fixed width. We will define it. Maximum we can go for 5 digit for employee ID. Then we'll make employee ID is 5 digit. Then maximum we can go for first name is some number of characters. So you can go for some 12 characters, right? So 12 characters for first name. Then here only we have to start. Even if it is a 12 characters or less than 12 characters, we have to start from this position only. Next column. So this column, how many characters? We have 10 characters, right? So 10 characters on last name. Then date of birth. We have 10 characters. Then this one, we have how many characters? This one also, that city, you assume that city is 9 characters or 10 characters, whatever it may be. If you have the columns, so definitely we can read each and every column length we have to define. This is called fixed width file. So in Power Center, we have the fixed width file, right? So we'll make sure that each and every field we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so here we have the 10. Okay, so 10. Yes, we have one more here. So each and every field we have the 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 only we have. So we'll make one more. So 10 digits are there. So if you see here, all the fields are 10 digit only. So maximum we will define it. So in future, if you are thinking, okay, this particular city will have 20 characters maximum, you define it for 20 characters. Up to 20 characters, we will not put any other column value here. This is called fixed width. So each and every field is fixed width. You have to start the first name here only. Okay, here only we have to start. The last name, where you have to start? From this position only. Position 18 only we have to start the last name. If you are thinking, okay, this first name will have more characters, you have to right side, you have to move this one, how many characters you want. This will, this particular source, I will take it like a source now. I'll go for a fixed width file. I have to load this data into this table. Okay, so you can see here, I will go to EMP underscore fixed width file. Okay, this file, this particular table. Okay, I do not have this. EMP fixed width, do we have here? No, we will create it. This table will create it. So create table. This table T underscore EMP underscore fixed width. So open bracket, you can have this employee ID. So employee underscore ID, it's a number data type. We can take here any number of characters. Okay, so first underscore name, it's a varchar2 of some 50. Then last name, here you can take, so varchar2 of 50. Then we have date of birth, DOB, it's a date column. Then we have a city, right? City, it's again, it's a varchar2 of some 50 characters. Here we can use, no issues. Okay, so you can close and then semicolon, control enter. This table has been created. If you see this table, so we will load the data into this table. Select start from the table. So in this table, you have to load it. So how can I read the data from this file and load it, right? So go to this one, create a mapping. So just you have to create a mapping. So now you can go here. So read the data from this file, source. And so what is the date and time format here? So date and time format is, it's a slash here, right? So it's a dd/mm/yyi format. Okay, so we can make the connection here. Or if I have anything fixed with file, you can take. Otherwise, you can take this one, single object only. So, but we will select this fixed with file now. This is the fixed with file. So in the connection, you can see this and change the format here. Here it. So here itself, you can change dd/mm/yyi, right? So we can mention this. Just to click on OK. So this is the file. In the formatting options, we have to go for fixed with file. Okay, so for this fixed with file, we should have defined already the fixed with file configuration. Okay, so this file configuration we should have defined. So go to this new. First of all, go to this new. Go to components. The components will have fixed with file format. Okay, so fixed with file format, the component will be there here. So go to this file fixed with, and fixed with file format 1, location is this one, sample file, right? We have this file location, and select this sample object, This is the file. Select. And each and every field we have to define, right? 1, then 5 characters. Here you keep the cursor. Just keep cursor here. Then here, right? After that, we can define, no issues. Okay, so this is what you have to define. 0, 5, 17, 27. This is the position actually. So if not, we have to check correctly and we have to do it. Okay. If you want to edit the columns, you can edit. If you want additional columns, you can make it. Then this is the one. Okay, so you can save this now. We have defined, right? This one. I do not have anything else, right? If you want to edit columns, you can mention the column name here. So what is the column name? So first column, you can go for EMP_ID. So what is this? It's a number. How many? 5-digit. Column name. This one we have first_name. First_name. The string. This one last underscore. No need to mention here. We have already mentioned. So date of birth and city. So just mention. Click on OK. So this is already mentioned. Save this. We'll check it over there. Okay. Go here. So take this formatting options. Fixed with file. Now it will be available here. Click on OK. Okay. So preview data. We have to preview the data here. It's coming now correctly, right? So each and every field is coming correctly. That means it's correct. Go to field. You can see the field. If it is wrong, you have to define correctly. Okay. If it is wrong, you have to define correctly. You can see here 5-digit for employee ID. Digit for first name, last name, date of birth. We can change it into a date and time. So we have defined everything. Just to save this. Then go to targets. So take the target table. Same way, go to target, Oracle target. Choose the target table now. Fixed with right, okay. I'll use truncate target table, field mapping. I can do smart map. We'll have employee ID, first name, last name, date of birth, city, and everything. Save this. Okay, run now. It should run it. It should load the data. We'll see now. If it is not loading, yeah, we have to check. We have to troubleshoot it. Why it is not loading? We have to fix it. Yeah, it has loaded with 3 data. So processed. You can see here, it should have the data. Okay, all the data has been loaded. But the thing is here, you'll be having some space here. Right hand side, if you see, some space should be loaded. So it's wrong actually. Junk characters loaded. If I want to remove this, you have to use expression transformation. Okay, so do expression transformation here. If you want, I can tell now, or expression transformation I will tell later. So you can click here, you can put expression here, then go to this expression, you can do it. Okay, the expression you can do the trim functions, go to expression and say for an example, I want to do expression for first name alone. I want to do it. So create new field. This expression I will tell you later. Okay, don't get confused. So those who are not working on Informatica, then leave it. I will tell the expression later. So field name, type string, Then you can take, okay, how many characters you want. So click here, go to configure. Okay, so don't get confused here. Just I have taken expression. So expression, go here, create a new field. How we will create in our Informatica Power Center. Just to create it. So click on config. So this is, we have to use the functions, right? So we have to use the functions. What is the function we have to use? The trim functions. So you'll be having all the functions here. String functions, right? We have functions like ltrim, rtrim. So we have ltrim and rtrim, no direct trim function. So you have to use ltrim of the column name, right? So what is the column name? Ltrim of first name. Then you have to go for rtrim, rtrim of the result. So for this, you have to learn Oracle single row function. Okay. Just to do it in expression, go to this target, do the field mapping. Remove this first name column. First name only we did it, right? So remove this, then do this O underscore first name to first name. Okay. So if you are not familiar with the expression, leave it. I will take separately the expression. Those who want to remove the space on the data, so use like this, how we will do in Power Center, the same way, run it. If you go and check now, so I did it actually. So if you are not familiar with Power Center, it has truncated, it will load it. See here, in this field now, it will not have any, so only 4 characters are available. Okay, there is no characters, right? So this is what you can do. How can I do? Sorry, mapping 14. So go here. So just to take expression transformation in between. So you can take from here also. But if you are not familiar with expression transformation, leave it. I will take separately. Okay. So first we'll take a source and then expression, then we'll go with in this expression. If you are familiar with expression already in Power Center, so take one expression. So open this expression, select this, open, go to this expression, add a new field. Okay, for an example, O underscore last name. Last name I want, last underscore name, the string field. Precision is you can go for 50 characters. Then we have to configure it. Here, click on configure and do the same thing like how we did here, right? We did how we did it here. Same thing. I will explain this later. If you are not familiar, leave it. So last name, validate. The expression should be valid. Click on OK. Save this. Now we have both last name also. This last name, you have to map it. Where? In the next transformation. Then only you'll get it, right? So go select target. Go to field mapping. Now last name is connected with last name only, but we have to connect with this one. You can click, unmap it. You can map it like this. Save. Okay, so create as output field, but variable field and all I will tell you later. Okay, no worries. So if you are not familiar with expression, leave it. I will take after some time. Okay, just want to tell you that, okay, you can do the expression, then you can do. But I will take expression transformation separately. So this is what. So today we have seen so multiple delimiter file, fixed with file, and file listing. Okay, so these 3 concepts you have to practice it. Multiple delimiter. How can I go with multiple delimiter with the quotes options and everything? Then we have file list. It's nothing but indirect file loading. Third one, fixed with file. So fixed with file, lot of people will get confused. What is fixed with? For an example, if I want to have first name is more characters coming, what should I do? If first name is coming with instead of 12 characters, if you see, select 12 characters. So your customer is sending first name with 20 characters. What I have to do? I have to make 12 characters, additional 8 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then here also same. Here also you have to do it from here only. Here also here only. So you have to start the last name in this position only. Clear? Now how many characters you will give for first name? 20 characters you have to give. Fixed width. So each and every field we will fix the width. Okay, clear? Any doubts? Yeah, we have seen today 3 concepts now: multiple delimiter, file list, and fixed width. So complete this exercises. Okay. So any questions on last topics or anything? If you have any questions, you can ask me now. Yeah, you can raise hands, then you can ask. Yes, Naveen.
Yeah, if we want to backtrack particular attribute from target to source in IICS, how we can do it?
Yeah, that's what you have to do, the debugging only. So
Okay.
here, say for an example, here you want to go for, then you have to preview the data. So open this. So target will not have any preview. So expression, go here. So run preview. Then you have to do this. This is the way you have to do.
Okay.
So it will preview the data now. So in expression, how the data is coming, like input and output, right? So we have created O underscore last name, all this. So you have to preview like this only.
Okay.
So debugging here, you will do the preview. So as of now, we do not have preview. See here, first name, last name. Then you can see the O underscore first name, O underscore last name. So here we will have a space, but here you will not have the space. See, you're able to see now the difference.
Yeah.
You have some space here, but here there is no space. It has been removed. So like this, you have to preview. Clear? You can download the data also.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions from others? Is it easy to follow? Can we create multiple mapping tasks in task flow? Yes, we can create. I will tell you the task flow and all I will tell you. Process server is not up and running. It shows error. Process server, no issues. If data integration service is running, then you can able to connect. Yeah. Yes, boy. Yeah. You have any doubts?
Yeah. So in Informatica, from Express source to we have to connect link all the column types. But here we only need to link from source to Express.
Sorry, your voice is breaking, but I can understand. Okay. So here you are asking how the columns are defined, right? So you can go to incoming field. You can see this field here. Okay. If you want to remove any field here you have to do include, exclude, all this. I will tell you this concept. Okay. So this is incoming field. Then expression. This is 2 column extra we have created. So if you do not want any field, you can exclude some field here. You can add one more rule here. Okay. So you can put exclude and exclude, remove the column from here. So normally in Power Center, we will remove, right, the columns, but here we can do this operator field rules.
But how you know which column is linked to which column from source to expression?
No, your voice is breaking. Tell me which column.
So how you know from source column is linked to the from source to expression?
Yeah, that's what you can
Normal.
see here. Source to expression here, right? See how the column is coming. This is the incoming field. Source to expression. These fields are coming from source only.
Normally in Informatica, we used to drag the
Yeah,
pipelines right from one column to another column, but here
there
we
is
have to
no.
include.
Yes.
That's what.
We will not do it here. Just all the field we'll have here. Okay. So in the target field mapping here we have, right? If you do not want, you can do the field mapping here. See, go to field mapping. You can see this field name, first name, field mapping, mapped field. What is this? But inside the Informatica flow, you'll get all the field input, you'll get all the field output. If you do not want any field, you have to remove the field by using field rules.
So sometimes we need to join one column with two columns, right? For the next expression and next
See, you have to practice more and more, you will get to know all this. See, practice more and more, you'll get the details, okay? So first now you do it, whatever I'm explaining. Then later you will come to know. So how to do this? You have to keep on practice, then you'll come to know, okay, this is what you have to do. You have to remove the column, all this. Yeah, that's why here there is no single column mapping. It's like all the column only. So what is the field here we have from source? What is the field here we have in expression? If you open this expression, you can see the incoming field, right? These fields are coming from the previous mapping to this mapping. If you do not want any field, you can remove it by using the field rules. So do we have sessions for all the transformations? Yes. Going forward, we will see one by one all the transformations. See, as of now, we are seeing a simple flat file to table load, right? Going forward, we'll take all the sessions here, whatever the available here, right? I will take all this.
Hi Chandra, I have one doubt here. So in the expression transformation, we have an option for excluding the columns or fields. But when we are doing a direct load from source to target, is there any option we can, if we don't want any field or a column, so is there any option we can skip that column?
Yeah, you can remove this field. Here we have the target, right? So remove that column from here. Field mapping, just to remove this field. If you do not want to load this data birth, remove this unmap.
Okay, if we unmap the particular field, so it will not load that data.
It will not load the data. It should not be a not null column in the target.
Okay.
So if you see here, it is showing like not null. Yes, it's a true, right?
Okay.
It's a nullable column, not null column, unique. So all this you are seeing here. Yeah, this is what you have to do.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. It's a not null column. Yes, we have nullable column. So if you keep the cursor here, it will show you not null. I will tell this constraint and all how to map it. Okay, so going for, yeah, I will stop here. Rest we will take it tomorrow. Okay. So today's exercise is, so try to complete whatever we have completed today. Okay, so this one you should have completed before coming for tomorrow's session. Multiple delimiter. So file list unfixed with. I will send this data file. Okay, all the data file. I will send it to you. This config file also. So kindly practice it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all.